Beechcraft Premier 1A. All you need to know. In 2006, Hawker Beechcraft introduced a Premier 1A to near universal acclaim, a composite-fuselage light jet that could be flown single-pilot at speeds up to 450 knots with a range of nearly 1,500 nautical miles, to compete with the Cessna Citation Jet series of aircraft. In comparison, the original Cessna Citation looked like a lawn tractor next to the Premier and was slower to boot. From the beginning, Beech's concept was to create the most comfortable, single-pilot certified airplane in its class, and it succeeded. So here is all you need to know. The Premier makes a strong visual impression on the ramp. From nose to tail, this plane looks great. It is the first business jet to use carbon graphite epoxy as its primary structure, and as a result of this, the aircraft is much lighter, with the fuselage being incredibly strong at the same time. The Premier's composite construction and the elimination of the internal frames yield a fuselage with 15% more interior volume that is 20% lighter and up to 3 times stronger than comparable aluminum structures. The Beechcraft Premier 1A has tricycle gear just like every other jet, T-tail and pinnage, with a cranked and rear-swept low wing for greater speed. The Premier 1A was one of the first private aircrafts that used the pot-belly design, which is becoming more and more common, allowing the main cabin of the aircraft to compete with larger jets while still remaining in the light jet category. On the outside, the 1 and the 1A look virtually the same, and they have the same rear-mounted engines. Though the wing itself is conventional aluminum, the ailerons, flaps, and horizontal stabilizer are also composite for additional strength. Even parked on the ramp, it has a different look than most other business jets, visibly taller and wider, with an elegant wing sweep and an area rule fuselage concaved at the aft engine station. The Premier has a redesigned interior offering increased rear seat legroom and more overall headroom. Unlike some other light jets, you can sit upright without your shoulders or your head being squeezed inboard by the curve of the fuselage. Better acoustical insulation soaks up more sound, but the aircraft isn't the quietest in its class. The interior has more comfortable cabin chairs than its predecessor, along with higher quality cabinets and more IFE options. It is typically fitted with a 4-seat center club section, plus 2 chairs in the aft cabin, which is heated and air-conditioned. The main seating area is 11.2 feet long, about the same as that of a CJ2. There is a forward, right-side refreshment center and a fully enclosed, full-width, 2.3-foot long aft lavatory. There is a 10 cubic foot baggage compartment in the nose and a heated 40 cubic foot baggage compartment in the aft fuselage. You can equip the cabin with the entertainment options such as a DVD player and Rockwell Collins Airshow. The Premier cabin is 5 feet 5 inches high, which provides half a foot more headroom than other light jets. The extra diameter of the circular cabin translates into an even greater advantage in cabin width, particularly at the floor level. The cabin cross-section of the Premier is actually closer to that of a conventional midsize than to the competing light jets. However, the size advantage of the Premier was poorly used in the original cabin design. The newly designed interior of the Premier 1A takes full advantage of the potential offered by the carbon fiber fuselage. The window openings are maximized for visibility and to enhance the spacious feeling of the cabin. While the original cabin design was dramatic, perhaps even gaudy, the 1A cabin is subtle and elegant, with only top-grade leather, wood veneer, and carpet. Another feature of the Premier 1A that makes the aircraft a more pleasant place to be for both the crew and passengers is the climate control system, through which the temperature inside the Premier 1A can be regulated independently between the cabin and cockpit. Pressurization is 8.5 psi, allowing an 8,000-foot cabin at the airplane's certified maximum altitude of 41,000 feet. But passengers don't have all the fun. The Premier 1A is very much a pilot's airplane that just happens to have a plush cabin. The cockpit is fitted with dual controls and the aircraft can be flown by a pilot and co-pilot or by a single pilot. Up front in the office, all Premiers feature Rockwell Collins ProLine 21 glass panel avionics. The Rockwell Collins ProLine 21 digital integrated avionics suite consists of 3 8x10-inch screens that present critical information while reducing pilot workload, and incorporate every input and readout with maximum logic and minimum effort. All inputs are through a keyboard rather than twisting knobs. The Rockwell Collins Integrated Flight Information System is standard with electronic charts, airport displays, XM satellite geographical weather, and map overlay capabilities. The electronic charts and data link services go a long way towards minimizing a paper-cluttered cockpit and are especially welcomed in single-pilot situations. The front office of a 1A can be a busy place, and the extra situational awareness comes in very handy indeed. The communication system consists of dual Rockwell-Collins VHF 422A transmitter receivers, with a transponder type TR94 Model S, a DB438 audio system, and a CL23 navigational and communications tuner. All Premiers are blessed with a pair of Williams International high-efficiency FJ44 2A turbofan engines rated for 2,300 pounds of thrust per side. And that makes them an instant winner in all of the performance parameters that count. The engines propel the Premier to 41,000 feet in just 23 minutes and burn around 130 gallons per hour for the pair while the aircraft cruises at 450 knots. As fuel burns off, pilots must take care to reduce engine power settings to prevent the aircraft from exceeding the maximum design speed. The engines of aircraft enrolled in the Williams Total Assurance Program benefit from an increased time between overhaul interval of 4,000 hours, compared with 3,500 for those not enrolled. The Beechcraft Premier 1A remains a lightweight, certified aircraft that offers a true mid-sized cabin. With max gross takeoff weight of 12,500 pounds due to the use of lightweight composite materials, the Premier's docile manners and high performance may be the keys to its attraction. Premier 1A aircraft has pleasing handling qualities with the solid feel of a mid-sized jet, but with the crisper control response of a light jet. It has some mid-sized aircraft systems, such as a 3,000 psi hydraulic system that powers the spoilerons, landing gear actuators, and wheel brakes. The controls are neither heavy nor light and provide comfortable stability in the hand. But the greatest confidence boost from the Premier 1A comes from landing in suboptimal conditions. In heavy rain and with a crosswind of 25 knots, the upgraded brakes of the Premier 1A and the lift dump spoilers combine so well that a midfield turnoff is sometimes possible. Time to climb is quite impressive, reaching 37,000 feet in under 20 minutes in real-world operation and at flight level 410 in cold conditions. The Premier 1A will cruise at Mach 0.79 with 448 knots of true airspeed. Airport performance is not the best in class. You'll need 3,792 feet of runway to depart from a sea-level standard day airport. Loaded to max takeoff weight, the aircraft will climb directly to its 41,000 feet service ceiling without problems. Fuel burn is 1,300 pounds in the first hour, 820 pounds during the second hour, and 900 pounds during the final hour of most high-speed cruise missions, assuming standard day conditions. Slowing down to a long-range cruise adds up to 11% in travel time, but increases range by less than 100 nautical miles. With seats full, it has a 700 to 800 nautical mile range. With full fuel, the airplane can carry a pilot and 2 passengers for 1,200 nautical miles with comfortable IFR reserves. It has a usable fuel capacity of 547 gallons. The Citation CJ2 and Nextant 400XT and XTI are the Premier 1A's main competitors. Both have tighter cabins but better airfield performance, as the CJ2 can fly 4 passengers over 1,500 nautical miles, but it's 30 to 40 knots slower and around $1 million more expensive. While the 400XT can fly 1,800 nautical miles for the same price, but is usually a high-time jet. The original Premier 1 was designed with a lift dump activated by squat switches on the undercarriage that were attached on touchdown. The switches worked well in testing, but in real-world scenarios, the system was less than perfect. When the aircraft bounced on the runway, it would take time for the squat switches to redeploy the spoilers, which meant that the braking performance suffered. The lift dump system in the Premier 1A provides an activation handle in the center console to give pilots manual control. All previous Premier 1s were subsequently retrofitted with the manual lift dump system. Announced in 1995 at an introductory price of $4.5 million, the Premier 1 was delivered to customers from 2001 to 2005. The Premier emerged with a composite fuselage and traditional metal wings, but with poor runway performance, erratic lift dump and brakes, a noisy cabin, and substandard cockpit. The 1A is a development of the Premier 1 and began production at serial number 435 in the last quarter of 2005 with better brakes, avionics, and cabin, resulting in 163 builds in 5 years. The second-generation Premier 1A is much improved over the original model, with all of the 2001 kinks taken out, and with a new name, the Premier 1A improved upon the comfort for passengers and upgraded soundproofing. The braking feel and response were considerably improved, the lift-dump function was manually controlled, and the flight deck was upgraded with dual PFDs, standard IFIS, and TCAS2. Still claiming bragging rights of being the fastest light jet with the largest cabin cross-section. A number of issues with the aircraft's behavior on the tarmac were corrected, and other improvements made this airplane even more coveted. On May 19, 2008, Hawker Beechcraft announced the launch of the Premier 2, which was rebranded as the Hawker 200 in 2010. Developed from the Premier 1A, the new aircraft would feature higher cruise speeds, a 20% longer range with 4 passengers, increased payload, more powerful engines, and new winglets to achieve performance improvements over the previous model. In 2009, the company indicated that it was slowing development of the Premier 2, moving its first delivery date into late 2012 or early 2013 due to the poor market for business aircraft. After the bankruptcy of Hawker Beechcraft, the production of business jets ceased in 2013. The purchase price of most aircrafts will depend heavily on the year it was made, avionics updates, and the number of hours it has flown since its last major overhaul. The Premier 1A hit the market in 2006 with a retail price tag of $7 million. Depreciation over the 15 years since its launch has left the Beechcraft Premier 1A with a typical resale value of between $1,350,000 and $2,800,000. The aircraft has a long list of features that make it stand out when compared to other aircraft. It is as fast as 450 knots, is easy and fun to fly, and offers a cabin cross-section nearly as large as that as a Citation XL. Beechcraft boasts the Premier 1A holds the distinct title of largest cabin in its class, without sacrificing its remarkable top speeds of 80% of the speed of sound. Beechcraft claims this speed is 50 miles an hour faster than the closest light jet competitor. Moreover, advancements in the cockpit make for a very easy pre-flight routine. Beechcraft also takes pride in the Premier's lower acquisitions and operation costs per mile than the Cessna Citation CJ2+. Maintenance tasks and inspections are relatively easy. The design is extremely strong, efficient, and highly resistant to fatigue and corrosion. The fastest speed, biggest cabin cross-section, and longest warranty are reasons enough to consider the Premier's advantages over other aircrafts. The greatest complaint amongst pilots operating the Premier 1As is that there's no way to deal with the lavatory waste from outside of the plane. Due to this, most pilots stress that the lavatory is for emergencies only. Even when the bathroom has been upgraded to feature a full flushing lavatory, all maintenance must be done carefully inside the cabin. Weight gain has been the bane of Premier 1A. The 212 square foot wing and 2,300 pound thrust Williams FJ44-2A engines are undersized for a 12,500 pound aircraft. To conclude, Beechcraft has always made exceptional aircraft that are strong and preferred by various branches of the military for their stout, robust characteristics. When it comes to the Premier, its unique combination of speed, cabin comfort, and its advanced composite construction puts it in a league all on its own. If you're in the market for a light jet, high cruise speeds, excellent fuel efficiency, and price are 3 good reasons to consider the Premier 1A.
If you like our videos, please smash the like and subscribe button. You can also join us by clicking on the link next to the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.